and welcome to our very first video in what I hope is going to be a really long string of videos on juicing and my family's, just my husband and mine's experience with juicing. And this is brand new to us. We've never juiced a single drop in our life. As of right now, we don't even have a juicer. It's been ordered and it's on its way. We should have it tomorrow. We're excited to start, so we went out and we got vegetables, so that's what you see laid out, and I'll talk about these in a little bit. We've been interested in nutrient-dense food for a number of years. We run a small organic farm in Northeast Ohio. Of course, we're juicing starting in January, so none of this right here is ours. But, you know, we've always been really interested in nutrient-dense food. But, you know, we've struggled with health issues and primarily our weight over the years. And that's because we really like eating a lot of nutrient-dense food. So, when we saw the documentary Fat, Sick, and Nearly Dead, you know, it really kind of woke us up and we started thinking about it. We saw it several months ago. And the more we thought about it, the more it sounded like something that we wanted to try for our family. We had previously been working on our weight issues. Since September, I've lost approximately 40 pounds. My husband relatively similarly. And it's now January. So in the past, 4 or 5 months, we've been working on it. And I did Weight Watchers, my husband did Weight Watchers by proxy, he calls it. Over Christmas, everyone falls off the wagon, we sure did. And then we tried Atkins for a few weeks, and in between those things, we've just done healthy eating. And it works, but we were really impressed with how quickly you saw results with juicing, and we thought that maybe this is something that we would give a try. So we've done a lot of research. We're research junkies, and we always research things before we jump in, and we've done tons of research on juicing. And through that, we've watched a lot of YouTube videos. And there are 3 questions that we always wanted answered in the videos. The first question was, how much do you weigh and how much did you weigh? Because we're looking at it from weight loss more than cleansing standpoint. The second question is, how much does it cost? Because, fruits and vegetables are expensive. And the third question is, how does it taste? So, talking a little about the first 2 questions today. The third question we'll have to wait to answer till tomorrow or the day after when we actually get our juicer. So, right now, in full disclosure, I'm not one of those women who's not going to tell you what my weight is. I weigh 236 pounds as of this morning. I will give my official start of juicing weight based on how much I weigh Tuesday morning. And, being heavier, my weight can fluctuate several pounds over the course of a day. So it'll be somewhere around 236. In September, when we started, I was 270. So I'm already down a significant amount of weight from where I started. And we're wondering if that's going to affect the success of the juice. We'll get my husband's weight on Tuesday and give that to you too. And we'll have before and after pictures, for later, if we make it that far, which we certainly hope to. So the second question that we're really interested in, how much does it cost? Because it's certainly not cheap to juice. And the biggest expense is obviously the juicer. And we'll talk a lot about the juicer and why we picked the juicer we did in probably tomorrow's video. But we did not buy an inexpensive juicer. Our juicer we got from discountjuicers.com, and it's on its way, and it was $530. We got Green Star Elite. And we'll talk about why we did that, later. But so that's the biggest expense. You can get juicers as inexpensively as $100 or less if you can find them on eBay or Craigslist. So ours was $530, so that's a lot of money for us. Produce farmers are not rich. The second big cost is obviously the fruits and vegetables, and that's a cost that goes on, every day. What I've done here is I've laid out what we think is 4 days worth of fruits and vegetables for us. We may need some more kale. I have some more in the fridge. But I went through and I did a spreadsheet with recipes for day 1, 2, 3 and identified how much of each thing we needed. We went out and bought everything, and then I went through our receipts and tallied everything up to figure out how much it was going to cost to do each of the recipes. So one thing I definitely think is if you're going to juice, you should invest. The second thing after your juicer is a membership to Costco or Sam's Club or BJ's. We went to Costco yesterday and they have a wide variety of organic veggies, although not all of these are organic, and I'll tell you which are and which aren't in a second. And we spent $80. And for $80 we got apples, oranges, limes, lemons. We got 10 pounds of carrots, tons of celery, berries, strawberries, and blueberries, cucumbers. We got a lot of veggies, and most of the stuff we got from Sam's Club, we got or Costco, we got far in excess of what we're going to need for the first 4 days. So when I calculated how much it cost, I just said how much the first 4 days were. Then today I went to our local little grocery store. We're lucky we have a little store that specializes in produce pretty close to us, and they have a lot of organic produce. So we were able to get a lot of organic produce, and there we spent an additional $30. And most of that stuff we are going to use in the next 4 days. So I laid out all of our 4-day recipe, and we're a little heavy in the first 4 days on fruits. The goal we're going for is 80% veggies and 20% fruits. And as I'm looking at this right here, I'm thinking we're probably more like 40% fruits and 60% veggies. But as we get used to juicing, I think we'll move more towards veggies. We want to. I just have no clue how anything's going to taste. So we thought we'd start with a lot more veggies and lots of apples and, oranges and stuff like that to help things taste better for us, because I'm a little scared. My husband's less scared. I'm a little bit scared. So when I went through and I calculated how much everything costs, and what I did is I went through and I said, okay, this bunch of kale weighs 9 ounces. I have a little, food scale, that I use to weigh everything, and I counted how many stalks were in it. And I decided that the kale cost, on average, I got a couple different kinds of kale, but it cost about 16 cents a stalk. And the oranges cost about 40 cents a piece in the box I bought from Costco. So I did all that. First 4 days is going to cost us $84 to juice. So that's for 2 people for 4 days. So about $10 or $11 a person a day is how much it's looking like it's going to cost us right now. We have we have a mix here of organic and non-organic veggies, and I'll go through each one. And we're organic farmers, so we definitely value organics. And I'll tell you why we made the choices we made on each thing, and some of it was just cost, honestly. All of our citrus is just conventional citrus from Costco. So we got just regular oranges, just conventional lemons, and conventional limes. No organic in any of that. These guys we're going to peel before we use. And a lot of the pesticides and fungicides are a big issue on citrus. Those are in the skin, so we'll peel those off. It also helps make it a little sweeter. We're going to lose some of the nutrition, but that's what we're going to do for the citrus. Otherwise, using citrus just wouldn't really be affordable. We were lucky, and there were Florida grapefruits at the store today, organic Florida grapefruit. So I was able to pick up 2 of these, and they were on sale, so they were $1 each. So I got one of our juices. I think a day 2 calls for grapefruit. So we have 2 of these. They are organic. One of the best things to buy at Costco or Sam's Club is organic carrots, and they're cheap. And we got 10 pounds of organic carrots for $6. So we have those. Our cucumbers we also got from Costco, and we got 6 of these long cucumbers. So I figure they're good for about 2 regular cucumbers. They're not certified organic, but they are certified pesticide-free. Most of these cucumbers are grown in greenhouses, so there's not as much of a pesticide load on them as there would be in field-grown cucumbers. So I feel okay with these. So they're U.S. grown, certified pesticide-free. So we got these guys. Our pears and apples, this time of the year, we got them from Costco. In season, we would usually buy these from other local farmers, from orchards. This past season with the weather, it was a really, really tough year to grow apples and pears in our region. It was just so wet. So none of our friends really have nice high quality stuff around that we know of. So we got these guys, conventional from Costco. We're going to peel them and we should be okay with them. The spinach is organic from Costco again, so a good deal. The sweet potatoes we got from our local market, they were $1.50 each. They're organic. We just ran out of our own sweet potatoes just at New Year's. So right before then we would have had our own, but we got these, they're organic. Neither one of our berries are organic. We only have them in 1 recipe each. We're just going to need like 2 cups of blueberries and like 3 cups of strawberries. So these will last us for a little while as I'm dropping veggies on the floor. We got organic cabbage. And I know how hard it is for us to grow ourselves cabbage which doesn't have any pest damage, so I like getting organic whenever I can, because I just can imagine what they're spraying on the conventional cabbage fields. So we got organic cabbage. The celery is not organic, and this is probably one of the ones that is a little harder for me to not buy organic. I wish I could have afforded organic celery, but it's too expensive this time of the year. Honestly, just too expensive. So we got it from Costco. I know it doesn't have the tops on it, and a lot of people say when you juice you want all the tops, but I think we have enough of the other greens that we're going to be fine. We have 4 of these guys in here, so we're going to eat almost 1 of these every day in our first 4 days. Then we have a pineapple, just a regular conventional pineapple. We're only going to use about probably half of that in our first 4 days. We have 1 recipe that has it in it. And then we come to our leafy greens. And like I said, we have some more in the fridge. We may need more. So I'm not sure what's going to taste best. So I got 3 different kinds of kale. I got a red kale. I got just a regular green leafy kale. And then I got a dinosaur kale. And I have another bunch of this in the fridge. And I have another bunch of this in the fridge. So it's different stuff, so we can try and see because we don't know. It's all organic. At our store, it's about 50% more to get the organic. The organic was $3 a pound, and the non-organic was $2 a pound. Actually, today, the organic looked a lot prettier than the non-organic, which is sometimes the case. And again, I know how hard it is to control pests on kale, so I want to buy organic greens whenever I can. So we got the organic greens for our first few days because we definitely are going to be making mean green. And then the same with Swiss chard. So we got some red Swiss chard and just some regular white Swiss chard. We only have 1 recipe that has it in it, and it's organic too. So we have that, and it was $2 a pound, actually exactly the same price as conventional. So check that, it might not cost more to get organic in some items. Then we have ginger. According to my recipes, I'm going to need 18 inches of ginger in my recipes over the first 4 days. But a lot of people say the ginger in some of the juices are too intense, so I don't know how much I'm going to use. Just conventional ginger, I don't really know where even I would find organic ginger. And it was $2.50 for this piece of ginger. If I don't use it all, I can put it in the fridge or in the freezer. It lasts forever in the freezer. So I think that's everything that we're going to be juicing over the first 4 days of our juice. And where we are, like I said, It's going to cost us about $10, $11 a day per person to juice. That's with a fruit-based juice in the morning to start with, a mean green for lunch, and then for dinner a variety of juices. The only thing I do not have is the recipe list I have written down does include beets. They didn't have any beets I liked at either the regular grocery store or the organic store we were shopping at. So I didn't get any beets yet. I'm hoping to pick them up tomorrow. I need 18 beets for the first 4 days for the recipes I've picked. Otherwise, I'll change it up and pick different recipes. So I think that just about is going to wrap up our first video. I'll let you know how things taste, which is our third big question. Tomorrow when we get our juicer, we'll set it up, I'm sure. We won't be able to wait till Tuesday morning. We'll start juicing this and that and see what we like. In the future, I'm hoping to have videos not only on juicing recipes and how much individual recipes cost, but also on how to grow some of the items for juicing. Being farmers, it's kind of hard for us. We picked to start doing this in January because we have time now. And if we get kind of sluggish and tired for a few weeks, it doesn't matter so much because we're just starting seeds. We're not out in the fields right yet. So it's kind of a good time from that side to do just the beginning 100% juice fast. It's not that great because we don't have any of our own kale or chard or carrots or cucumbers or celery in our field. Usually we'd have all that stuff that we could just go out and pick, and then it's as fresh as possible. So I want to have videos on how to do that. So how to grow stuff. I really think that you could grow enough kale and chard and greens for your own juicing in not that big an area. So I'm going to do some videos on that. We're also growing some wheatgrass and sprouts because we want to get all those micronutrients too. So we're going to do some videos on that. I guess the one question I haven't really answered is what's the benefit of juicing? And as we see it, the benefit is just the nutrient density of the foods. If you look at all of this, it would be really hard for me to eat all of this, and there are more apples up here. You know, I mean, this is a lot. This is a lot of food. And it's all fruits and vegetables. And to try to eat this in 4 days, even for 2 of us, I mean, that's a lot. I don't think we'd be able to do it. So by juicing it, we're able to get a lot more of the volume in and all the good stuff that's in here without cooking it and breaking down the enzymes and the micronutrients or anything like that. We're going to be able to get all that stuff in, you know, quickly, and hopefully people say it tastes okay. I have my fingers crossed. I'm a little nervous, but you know, so that's where we're going to go, and hopefully as a side effect to that we see weight loss. So get healthy, eat lots of fruits and vegetables, and hopefully lose some weight. And I really thank you for watching my first video. If you have any questions or would like me to focus on anything or talk about anything during our future videos, please comment and let me know so I know you're watching and are interested. And we will show you our juicer tomorrow. Hopefully it comes on time. And we'll show it to you, and we'll make a recipe or two, and you know, let you know how it tastes. So we're looking forward to it. So thanks again, and have a wonderful day.